What's going on, guys? It's Dre here with another video. This is going to be a little bit something different. This is going to be a full recording of a series of matches I had with my friend. His name's Dontbesodown. Really intelligent player and patient JIN player. In fact, he's so patient I actually almost get frustrated and make silly decisions. He just drives me insane. I had to have a little word with him earlier after the match, and I was just telling him how frustrated I was getting. Like, he won't take his turn when it's time for him to take his turn. And say when I've got plus frames is when he'll push buttons. He's got his own. I suppose it makes him as a player. It's him, but he's got his own set of timing. It's really frustrating, which obviously is why it's Suzaku and he's not like a super low rank. This guy is a lot. I know ranks aren't everything, but this guy is like he really is a good rank. Like, not online, but if you was to class him as an online rank, he's definitely higher than Suzaku, that's for sure. I know in Season 2, ranks didn't really mean anything, but in Season 3, they definitely don't mean anything. I mean, you really do get a mixed bunch nowadays. Excuse me. I just want to put out there that I'm no pro Tekken player by any means, nor do I think that. Tekken 7 is my first Tekken game, and I really enjoy it. Like, I really have a passion for the game now. Like, I know it's getting quite old. I got introduced to it by my mate Jack, and I turned up at a game store in England one day and realised that I was half alright at it, and from then on I decided to improve, and here we are. But yeah, I just wanted to put out that just because I'm commenting on matches and my matches and things like that, I don't think I'm like a super good player. I'm just a player. I play online. I do play a little bit of offline. I went to VS Fighting this year and last year. I got 65th, so I'm not doing too bad. That's like my highest placing I've ever had, like online tournament or offline tournament. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. So I don't think I'm all that at all. I just want to put out some good content. Hopefully, like, learn new things for me and hopefully educate other people that don't know things about playstyles, certain characters. I want to express my feelings towards certain characters. Yeah, and hopefully everyone can learn, because that's what the fighting game community is all about. There's a lot of saltiness in this community, and I'm hoping that I can be on the good side of the community and not the side where all the salt comes from. But don't get me wrong, I think everyone's been salty at some point in this game. It's a very hard game after all. One of the hardest games, I believe. But anyway, in this match, that was a bit of a weird start to the video, but we'll start it from here. Like I said, this guy is a very patient player, but lucky I chose Feng for this series of sets. So I could offload a lot of my stress onto my opponent, and I believe that Feng is very good at that. If you put all the stress onto your opponent, you can really change the flow of the match, and I feel like Feng is really not the character, because there's a lot of characters which push a lot of pressure onto the enemy, the opponent, but I play Nina, so you can imagine what kind of player I am. I know Nina players get a lot of stick, but she can put on a lot of pressure very quickly, and Feng can put on pressure, but in a different way. You know, he's got his low pokes, all low crushing, his down back 3. You know, he's got his sidestep pressure, his crouch dash. People say he struggles to get in, but if you ever see, I'll put a Feng tutorial up at some point when I start all that. But his while standing 1, like if you do crouch dash or while standing 1, you can literally come across the stage and you're attacking the opponent with a hitbox like present. So he's pretty decent at like getting in. I don't know why he's got this. There's a stigma against the character that he's really good up close at range 1 or 0, but it's just getting in. I've never struggled to get in with him. I don't think anyone should really. He really is like the whole package. I think people just need to sort of just like try him. I think he's a little bit intimidating to new players, but he really is cool. But yeah, like I just did there, you'll see that I use crouch dash 1. I'll use that a lot in this match. His crouch dash game really is like super good. Like, you can either go for unsafe moves at crouch dash, like while standing 3 for a launch. If you've mixed up enough, you can do your while standing 1. Crouch dash 1, which is a nice chunky low. It can't be low parried, by the way. He's He's got loads of 50-50s. He's a really good mix-up character and really good at stressing the enemy. Sorry, I keep saying the enemy, the opponent out. Trying to think where I am. Me and this player actually had a conversation after this match about how, because he's so patient, like he really doesn't push buttons at all. And I forgot to take my Steam chat off, but you might see us chatting ever so often in the match. But he is so patient, like he will not push buttons at all when he should. You'll see that a lot, and he also pushes buttons when he shouldn't. But you'll see I'm much more active in this match than he is, and I'm quite an aggressive player in Tekken 7. I believe Tekken 7 is a really aggressive game. Like whoever's the aggressor, but controlled aggression will win the match. As ridiculous as it sounds, the Tekken 7. Oh, not Tekken 7, but Tekken in general. Even though you're playing Tekken on a game, Tekken 7 is all in the head. Like, you see, I just used crouch dash 1+2 so much, and he wasn't crouching. And then I started using crouch dash 1 straight away. So I'm plus like 5, I think it is, or 4 in Season 3 with that crouch dash headbutt. It's really fast. That's why he's got a really slow run in 3, because it's a really good move. You can apply pressure easily with Feng. But after I used that, he wasn't ducking after like 2 or 3. Started laying out the crouch dash 1s, really nice chunky low. You see me, I'm always jabbing, always dashing in. So I tried to down forward 1 and then up forward 3+4 is 3+4 has been buffed in this season, so you can instantly crush jabs after down forward 1, and everyone knows that people love to push buttons, especially online. After a down forward 1, you can either sidestep or do a high crushing low, and a lot of people love jabbing. But yeah, what was I saying? Tekken 7, even though you're playing a game, a lot of it is in the head. There's a little combo video moment there for you guys. I do not know how I managed to shoulder it into parry. I thought, oh, he's going to hit me, I might as well try and parry, he's going to launch me for it. But it must be either online or he was late, but it didn't work out for him. So I don't recommend banging out the shoulder like that. It is not the way to play the game at all. But fortunately, like I said earlier, Feng is the master of putting the pressure onto your opponent. And like I said, it all being in your head. That's how 50-50s work. That's how mixing up your opponent works. That's how putting pressure and overwhelming your opponent with plus frames and really fast pokes. That is the way to win matches in this. Yeah, in this game. Like relentless poking, always pushing plus frames all the time. If you think that your opponent isn't thinking like when you're thinking in a game, you are wrong. He's always thinking. If you're putting all the pressure on them, they're just not going to be thinking, oh, I'm going to make this decision. Okay, I'm going to press this button. I'm going to down for 1, then I'm going to sidestep. They're going to be thinking, oh my god, like he's overwhelming me, and they're going to make the wrong decisions. And like there are lab characters. Well, like that is a bad saying. Like I think Main Man came with that saying, but came up with that. A lab character puts all the pressure onto your opponent. Like, he's not wrong. Some characters do that, but you can play fundamentally and still put pressure on your opponent. You don't have to play like Xiao Yu or Safina to do that. But yeah, like I say, you force opponents to make mistakes, you make them pay, and I think that's the aim of this game, really. I don't want to like preach about this game. That was a good electric from him. He gets me with that. He does like a couple of moves, and I don't expect him to sidestep left. He always sidestep left, which by the way is Feng's weak side, and he electrocutes me like he just did. But yeah, my opponent in this instance, like I said, very patient. Feng is a bit of a pit bull, and any Feng player should love going against turtles or so-called turtles, because Feng loves cracking open defences, and that is really what he's good at this game. He can really stress you out. Like you see, I love down back 3, really long range low poke. It's actually -15, but a lot of people struggle to punish it correctly. So I wouldn't say abuse it, but use it wisely at range 1. Sort of, if someone's coming in or if you want to finish off a round, it is a good round ender. That was a good side set for me, I would like to say, but I'm sure it'll punish me again for it in a minute. That was that down forward 1 to up forward 3+4 again. Don't abuse it. Like I say, don't abuse it. It's not like a flow chart that you should keep doing. But if you know someone's going to press, like I started noticing his tendencies then by all means, it's relatively safe unless they duck. But if you're going to predict they're going to jab, they can't jab then duck. Do you know what I mean? But also, what I was going to say, Feng is obviously like really high pressure character if you want to play him like that, but he's also so versatile. Like, you can play him at a range. He's a bit like JIN. Like, JIN has so many pressure tools. Like, he's really good at stressing you out with like electric and like with his 50-50 and stuff like that. But obviously he has forward 4 and standing 4, and they're really good keep out tools. And Feng is really good at controlling range with his like back kempo and forward kempo and his crouch dash attack. Sorry, I'm like losing my way here.
Final round. Fight.
Good Fengs will always find a way of getting out of trouble. So he is a bit of a slippery bastard, even though he has got a lot of pressure. He is so slippery. But you'll see me, if he thinks he's got pressure on me, I can back sway or I can back kempo. Like, I do it so often. He's just a really good versatile character. Anyone who isn't playing him thinking about picking him up, but they're a bit worried, like, don't be worried. He's you don't have to be playing like, you don't have to play him super duper or like well. You can just play him fundamental and just play him basic, and you'll do really well. And especially in season 3, he's had like a proper overhaul. Basically, he got, I think Claudio got the most buffs, but in season 3 Feng got buffed. Like, his back turn stance is now a lot more relevant. Like, before it was like a bit more of a risk, but his sidestep 1 got buffed, so it's plus. A lot of people don't know that. And it gives you mix up potential and gives you potential to really like mess up your opponent from that option. So before, I never used to do it much, and I don't actually do it much in this set, but if I feel like I've got a gauge on the opponent and really have like asserted my dominance, which is what Feng's good at, then I will go into back turn and maybe start partying a little bit. You'll in a couple of minutes you'll see me start doing parry setups, and like you say, that back tempo 2 there, that's like nearly 50 damage for that little setup. Fish hook back 4 is safe. If they retaliate, you can back tempo 2. Obviously Feng can be messed up for like if they read you properly, but as long as you're keeping it fresh and keeping it like, I'm just keeping it honest there with down forward 1s, not doing any low pokes, because I know my opponent likes to low parry. And there you go, made him whiff. I'm out of range, down back 3, a nice fast low. I think it's, I don't know, it's just really fast. That's the move you want to do to close the gap whilst putting out a hitbox. Yeah, anyone who wants to pick Feng up, I think you should. Anyone who's thinking about it, he's been properly buffed in season 3, and he's no joke now. I'm hoping to see him in TWT a little bit more. At the moment, I think only, oh god, I can't remember his name. There's a Feng player which plays with, he's in the Yamaso group. Really, really good player. If anyone wants to see any pro play, don't watch me, like, watch him. He's so good. I think his name's Yu. Yamaso Yu plays Feng. But yeah, I think all these season 3 buffs are so people pick up Feng, because Harada is a Feng main after all. Everyone's seen him play Feng. He's the only player that Feng will play. Oh my god, Harada will play. That is one thing. Like, you see, I keep like, these are my setups coming up here. My parry setups. Don't do that. Don't do that. I just sort of thought, I went perfect, I might as well risk it a little bit. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't rant on too much. Please subscribe and please like my videos, because I'm really hoping to build up my audience a little bit more. And I also stream. If you search DreStreaming on Twitch, and please give us a follow or just join in with the stream, that'd be great. Cheers guys.